Hello.
Welcome to episode 98 of the Tutus podcast. I am Nana.
And I'm Rose.
And together we are
Tutus.
We have some special guests in the building.
Yes.
Guys, would you like to introduce yourselves?
Yes, so it is your boy Khazeel from Tea Time Podcast alongside my co-host.
Cole.
Do you know what? It's the waving for me because they're listening to it on Spotify. Can't see wave.
I waved, guys.
It's the waving.
I'm done.
YouTubers can see that. They can see. But,
You seem a bit shy today, Cole.
Guys, if you don't know, this is Clubhouse Cole right now.
Yeah, Clubhouse Cole. Like, what?
No, guys.
Yeah, no, guys.
I'm turning red.
No, you're actually shy today. I'm so shocked.
Yeah.
You, every time I've even seen you, you haven't been shy.
Not
It's
at
because
all.
I was drunk.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Every time we've seen Cole's been in the party.
Yeah.
He's been in the party.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Even Kat Jackson shy as well. You're not
I
shy.
mean,
either.
no.
Kat's not really shy,
I'm
though.
not shy. Me, I'm cool. I'm just
Yeah.
looking at him thinking, okay.
Yeah.
He'll be fine. He'll warm up.
Yeah.
I'm
All right.
doing
Okay.
this
Do you know
every
what?
time.
Warming up with. Let's do a game.
Let's play a game, yeah.
Let's do a game. Okay. So what we doing today? This or that?
Should
We've
we?
moved on from this or that, haven't we?
Can we go back to Song Marry Avoid?
Oh,
Do you know what? This is
Yeah.
Just because of these two.
Yeah. And Cole is like,
yeah.
you know what he's like.
Yeah.
Come on.
So, right, okay. So I haven't got no one in mind.
I
You
haven't
go
got anyone
first.
in mind either, you know.
Right. Okay. Since you guys are podcasters too, so you guys can pick two. You are professionals as well. So okay. All right. Let's do a category. It's gonna be. Should we do singers, actresses?
Yeah, we've done all of that. We could do it again.
Should we just do?
Let's do Brits.
Okay, Brits. Oh, okay. All right. Cool. Brits. So Brie Runway.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, go on. Don't need to talk anymore.
Brie Runway. Who else is a Brit? That's going to be a hard one.
Ooh, I don't know.
Okay, Brie Runway. Amaray is. Let's just pretend that Amaray is a Brit. Yeah. Let's just pretend that Thames is a Brit as well.
Okay,
so Thames, Amaray, and Brie Runway.
What is it? Snog, marry.
And
Avoid.
avoid. Not Snog Marry.
Listen, that's a hard one,
We ain't
you
trying
know.
to kill anyone.
Avoid Amaray. Snog Brie
You meant to give
Runway.
reasons, mate.
Oh,
No, we're not. That's why we stopped the game. That's why we stopped playing the game. Because then we started talking about people's looks and all of that. No.
okay. Avoid Amaray, Snog Brie Runway, and obviously I'm gonna marry Thames. That's my wife.
Okay. All right. I hear it.
Avoid Amaray.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, marry Brie Runway. Did you see my reaction? That's my wife. I think Snog Thames. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just out of respect for you, innit?
Yeah.
But you know what? Fair enough. I don't think she
Rose
would
over
accept
hoes,
me.
you know?
Yeah.
Man would still pick her, but anyway, go ahead.
Absolutely will. I'm marrying Thames. I think we all know this.
Yeah. Nana's been on Thames like one more time ago. You were talking about her thighs. Great stuff. I didn't even know who she was then. I didn't even know who she was.
Oh, really?
Not really.
No, no, she took a picture and she was sitting on some stairs.
Yeah.
And
with the legs.
With the legs spread. with the legs spread.
With the legs, yeah.
And I was like, that,
Yeah.
she's fine.
Mm-hmm.
I want some of that. And she's also a stallion, you know? So yeah, I'm married. I'm doing this. I'm going on for too long, innit? Okay.
Yeah,
I'm
we're
marrying.
not supposed to give me that many reasons why, but here you are.
Yeah, I'm marrying Thames. I'm snogging Brie. I mean, it's weird because I know Brie in person, but I'll still snog her chat.
Yeah, I see Brie at the post office sometimes picking up her packages.
She's from Hackney.
Yeah.
She's from Hackney. And then I'm avoiding Amaray because I think our energies would clash. I'm explaining myself, but it's not because I think she's butters.
Do you know what? I feel like that is why all of us have given it away. That's for all of us. I can
Yeah.
yeah.
The energy was clash.
I hear you. Lot.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would avoid Amaray as well.
Sorry, Amaray.
Do you know what? I'm gonna marry Brie. The Mobile's performance.
She was the best performance.
On that bike.
She was
The
giving.
bike.
She was giving. I know she was in her like meetings. Like, yeah, I'm gonna come in on a motorcycle. I'm gonna have fire. Like, she is
It was
a
given
star.
routine. It was given vocals.
Like,
it was given
everything. The
Splits.
splits.
It was given
Come on.
splits.
It's giving gymnastics, fam. Like,
I mean?
it was doing everything.
Even the way the hair was moving.
But she's such a performer. Like she's
Yeah,
like,
it was amazing. Yeah. So I'm gonna snog Thames. Thames is wow. She's a
Yeah,
wow. She's a
Thames
wow.
is
she's a wow. Yeah,
she's a
man.
wow.
She's definitely a wow.
We've spent a long time on that. Okay. No, next three.
I don't even know who to pick. You know. Jesus, I don't know who to pick. I've only got two. Yinka Bikini. Oh, what? I can't pick them.
You can't pick Yinka. Yinka's our friend.
So,
Okay, fair enough.
give me some. I can't
I'm not giving you any. You've picked our friend, go on.
I need help.
Yinka. Sorry, Yinka. We're so sorry, Yinka.
Yeah, I'm so sorry. We love you. I don't know who else to pick. Who else is British?
All
I'm not
right,
one that
Tinia. This is so
Who's
bad.
Tinia?
I know Tinia as well. We're our friends.
Who's Tinia?
Tinia, Kiss FM. I went to Somerset with her.
But does everybody know?
Oh, you don't know Kiss? Oh, so sorry, Tinia. yeah.
I mean, and no shade because she's on radio.
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
great as well. Make sure you
She's
look
on
in
radio.
Kiss FM. Okay, I'm not helping anymore. That was my help.
ZZ Mills. Yeah. Okay. And help me with one more.
Bella, Abby Bella.
Bella! Yes, Bella. Okay, those three. Go through.
So I was gonna avoid the first person you said
Yeah.
because I don't know who that is.
Oh, Yinka.
But now I'm stuck because I don't know who the third person is.
Also,
third person is.
who Bella?
Yeah.
So Bella sings, "Say a prayer for me."
Evil Eye.
Okay.
From
okay.
Twitter.
Yeah,
Okay.
You said evil eye. I'm like,
yeah,
I'm with you.
Yeah.
Alright, cool. So I avoid Yinka because I don't know who Yinka is. Sorry, Yinka.
Again, another person on radio, so.
Yeah, she does
Do you know what
unapologetic
the
with
thing
ZZ
is?
Mills.
I don't listen to radio.
But
That's the
she does
issue.
TV. She does the
I don't watch
unapologetic
TV.
program
I
with
don't
ZZ
watch
Mills. Oh,
TV.
yep, fair enough. Avoid her. Go ahead.
What do you do?
I watch stuff on my Mac. So I watch American shows. Like, honestly, to the gods, I do not watch TV.
Okay.
If you've pointed something out to me to watch, like that Peckham's
Peckham's Finest.
Oh yeah, Pecker's
Yeah.
Finest.
Yeah.
I only watch that because someone suggested it.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
That's like me though. I don't watch TV as well. That's
no.
why we can't talk about many TV things
Yeah.
on this podcast.
but yeah, I would avoid the first person. I would snog ZZ Mills, I guess.
No,
I'd
I guess.
marry. I would marry. I'm not even giving a reason, but yeah, that's my order. I'm sticking by it.
Okay.
I feel like I don't know who any of these people are.
I'm
So
done.
can I actually just snog them all?
Yeah, go
Yeah,
for
absolutely.
it. Go for it. Go for it.
Absolutely.
Go for it.
I'll snog
Absolutely.
you all.
Do you know it's
Yeah.
funny
Not-
because we did we had a meeting of somebody from this agency was it last week, and they put to start was a meeting. You know, it wasn't recorded. It was just a meeting. They're like, oh, just as, you know, we're gonna do Snog Mary and Avoid because that's what you're doing your podcast for the meeting. I was thinking. Meeting. It's meant to be a serious meeting. But anyway, we did it. I didn't know who any of them were. I lied. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I was googling. I didn't know.
I didn't
who
have
these
time to
people-
Google.
And these are artists. Like I'm just like I've
No,
never heard of
I have
them.
no idea who the people. I was just like, yeah, she's good. I don't know who they are.
And to be honest, none of them were like my type.
I don't to this day. I don't know what they look like. So I don't
Yeah,
know.
none of them are my type.
But yeah, I'm not gonna pick three because I just feel like Yinka's my mate. Do you know what? Let me go for it. I'm avoiding Yinka because she's actually my friend.
Yeah.
Yeah. And who else was it? Yinka, Abby Bella, and ZZ. So I'm gonna
Who's
marry
Abby?
Bella. Isn't Abby Bella? Is that her name?
Her name's just Bella, you know.
Okay, Bella. but I Twitter's Abby Bella.
yeah,
I said it.
Twitter's Abby
Yeah,
Bella,
so Bella, I'm gonna snog Bella. I think she's absolutely beautiful, and I'm gonna marry ZZ.
Okay. That's great.
That laugh. That laugh. Like, it sounds like a story
I
behind
think
that,
ZZ.
but
I think
okay.
she's absolutely beautiful.
I think
do.
ZZ is gorgeous. Like, I ain't gonna lie to you. I am.
And we have a lot to talk about, obviously. You have a lot to talk about.
Yeah, I am avoiding Yinka because Yinka's our friend, obviously. And I'm going to snog ZZ. ZZ's beautiful. And I'm going to marry Bella because Bella's just great vibes. Aside from having a beautiful voice, but great vibes. Yeah.
I love that for you.
Thank you.
Right. Do you guys want to pick some more? Should we get straight into it? Let's get straight into it.
Let's
Let's get straight
dive.
to it. So first, let's talk about your podcast. So tell us about your podcast. Repeat the name because I don't think the people really got the name in the beginning. So repeat the name and just tell us about your podcast and why you guys started and how the journey's been going so far.
Do you know what the thing is, yeah? I was like, let me just let Cole talk. And then I was like, I have a feeling he's going to look at me when I look at him.
Yeah.
I'm screaming.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
yeah.
guys! If you haven't already, Kaz has been on the podcast before from lockdown.
Yeah,
This
listen to
the
that
last time it was
episode.
over Zoom,
Zoom,
so
yeah.
I'm glad we're doing this in the studio now.
Yes.
like
That
so
was a
it's-
while
yeah.
ago. I don't remember what
that was
episode that was.
It was about.
ages
Was it just over a year ago now?
Yeah.
Was it just? Yeah, it was just
Oh,
over a year ago
wow.
now.
Over a year ago
yeah,
now,
no,
yeah.
not even just over. It's been over a year
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's been a
Okay.
minute. Okay, seeing as Cole don't want to talk today.
Clubhouse Cole is going to talk.
Yeah.
He will talk.
I should have bought the Henny.
Yeah, I was just.
Yeah.
I just thought that we
Yeah.
had some alcohol in here.
Yeah.
I would have drunk it as well.
So, our podcast is called Tea Time Podcast. Tea Time being one word, capital T's.
I
So,
thought they were two separate. Okay, sorry.
no, it ain't.
It's tea and then space and then time.
I think
Do you
it's,
know-
I
do you
think
know
it's
what?
tea, space, and time. You know.
I think
Don't
it's
do
the creators.
creatives, I would know.
Don't listen. This is why you should have been the one
Oh, okay.
talking.
No,
But you know what?
You're
I
doing great.
understand because in the beginning we didn't know if it was two twos or twos. at the beginning, so fair enough. So I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. Yeah.
Now, do you know what it is? Yeah, Cole does all the graphics. Like I call him my graphics guy because he literally does all of those graphics.
And they're
He's the
really
one
good
that
as
puts
well.
it together,
Yeah, really good.
They are.
Yeah.
And since we started, he's like changed up the logo and that. So my bad. Tea Space Time Podcast is a two trans men podcast for trans men and mask folks, but it's for the education of like everybody else.
Yeah.
Why it started? It started on like on a not so positive note, but it's brought really good vibes out of it. Because it started because I was having like tea complications basically. Like I was having like a really down day. Cole like randomly just reached out to me and was like, "Do you want to do a podcast?" And I was just like, "Yeah, go on then." Literally, like it was just that random. And then the next week or the week after that, we just started.
Yeah, literally. I think it was like the week after that.
Yeah, we were just
Yeah.
like, cool, let's do this. The journey so far has been pretty cool. Like
it's
we've
been good.
had one show with guests, one successfully.
One success.
Oh, does that mean you recorded one and didn't it come out?
Oh Lord. Oh Lord. There's a story there.
What did that mean, child? What
story
did that
there.
mean?
So we use Anchor to record, right?
Right.
Because it's the easiest thing. Because once we finish, Cole can then like take out and edit out the little bits where we're talking about just random shit.
When you record the Anchor, can you see each other?
No.
No.
Do you know what? You guys should use Riverside FM, but we'll talk about that afterwards.
Yeah,
Okay, cool.
Okay, cool. So we use Anchor. Anchor's been cool. As long as we've got headphones in, it took us a little bit of time to realise two things. One, we need headphones, and two, when we record, I need to take my chain off. Because you
Right.
could hear
Yeah.
rustling because of the mic.
Okay. Yeah.
So we've invited somebody to come into the podcast. We used Anchor the first time. Cole's played back the audio. You basically couldn't hear anything. I was
Like
From-
no, you
from
couldn't hear
you-
anyone's
yeah.
audio.
It was like, I don't know, it just sounded weird. Like, you know when someone's whispering but there's background noise and it's like,
Yeah.
it sounds like scratching. That's what it sounds
Do
like.
you know what? Anchor's not the best.
It's not.
Yeah, it's probably one of these ones. They
Mo-
don't use Anchor.
yes.
I mean, but like other people that want to start podcasts as well, just a bit of advice. Like Zoom is good, but obviously with Zoom, if you have more than 2 people, then you got to pay because you only have up to 40 minutes to record. And then, but it is actually really good and it's easy to get all the audio. It just downloads to your laptop straight away when you press end
Yeah.
call. And then Riverside FM is good as well. Riverside FM is actually the best one. Riverside FM is the best one.
Yeah, Riverside
Like
FM
you
is
could even
good.
get studio quality on there.
Clean
That's what-
FM is good.
Clean FM, yeah, Clean FM is really
It's
good as
really
well.
good.
But I think Riverside, you might have to pay after a while.
Yeah, you have to pay.
Like,
Let me tell you,
you
you have to
do
pay,
free
you know.
trial, but you might have to pay. But do you know what? When we did lockdown, we paid. We paid
for Zoom.
because if you want your podcast to be the quality that you want it
have
to
to
be,
put money
you have to
in.
put money
Yeah,
into
you
it.
have to invest in
Yeah.
it.
100%.
So like even come to studio, like we pay for the studio
Yeah.
time every week and stuff. So you just got to do what you got to do. Do you know what I mean?
Exactly.
But-
like for real, but it's funny that you mentioned Zoom.
Zoom, yeah.
Oh, what happened
Okay.
with Zoom? Did you forget to press record?
No, so basically we were recording and then, right, so my laptop, like the FaceTime camera doesn't work properly. So I used my phone. So there was 2 of me in the chat.
Yeah.
And then obviously my phone was the camera and then the audio was coming from the laptop and it was all a bit long. So obviously I didn't realise that I could hear myself. So I was in the middle of recording and I was like, wait guys, I don't think I can hear it. and then I stopped it. But then obviously when we ended the call, it saved to my laptop and everything was fine. So
Okay.
that's probably my fault. But I just told him it didn't work. That's really what.
But it did work. But I mean, this is the thing. It's trial and error. Do you know what I mean? Is that the weeks that you haven't had a pod? Because sometimes like, it's been like 1 or 2 weeks.
This is the second time we haven't. But that's not the reason we didn't.
Is this weekly? Is this a weekly podcast?
Yeah,
It's weekly.
every Thursday.
Yeah.
That's I can't remember the reason for the first time. Oh, I can. Both times have been my fault.
Okay, but you know what? When you do have a guest, and you feel like you've recorded and it's like, just invite them on again. Like we've done it before.
I spoke to him about it.
I think we did it about how many times did we try?
Fam, we tried 3 times.
With the same person.
And he's been patient. He's been patient enough to be like, yeah, that's fine. But at this point, we're gonna have to do it at a later date because with Christmas coming, he's a chef, so he's like,
right.
He's booked now.
Yeah.
But he's patient enough to be like,
but you know what? Guests are every single time we've asked a guest to come back, they've always come back.
They've always come back.
Do you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
they've always come back.
Yeah.
There was a time. Okay, so we recorded on Zoom. This was during lockdown, and I forgot to press record, and so we didn't have an episode. And it was such a good conversation. Like it was great. And then obviously when you do it and you've done it, it's organic, it's authentic, and then you have to. Yeah, you can't. Yeah. It's just not going to be the same. Even though we did it, maybe what did we do? Like a week later.
You did like a week, and it was fine.
It was still fine, but that first one was
like even when it come out, listeners wouldn't know. Innit?
No, they wouldn't know.
Knew,
but
like,
it was better the first
time.
We knew, and there was another time where we, I think. We tried to record and it didn't work out. But there was another time we tried to record with Ghanaians and it was a mess. Because Ghanaians, if you know Ghanaians, you know that they're proper laid back, but Ghanaians in Ghana, doubly laid back. People were joining. We thought we were going to record with 2 people, and people were just different people were just joining the call at different times.
We're halfway recording. Oh, I'm here now.
Somebody was at work, like
hold on. My manager is calling me. Wait. It was just it was a mess. It was a mess.
Yo.
It was actually a mess. Like
it's not easy, guys. So, but I think this makes so much sense. So when I saw like obviously on Instagram, I was like, oh my god, this is a no-brainer. This makes so much sense. And I listened to the first episode and I just loved it. Like I was so engaged. I was like, I'm learning shit. Like, and I loved that. And I think it's similar to our podcast where you learn some shit. And I think
I do appreciate it. I think that your podcast is quite educational. It's going to be educational. And it's because you're both quite open about your journeys as well. So guess we're going to talk about that, aren't we? Talk about trans journey. Do you know what I mean? So what kind of education are you guys trying to put out there with your podcast? And how are you going to make that even safe? Because I think sometimes when you speak about a trans journey, you don't want to. You don't want to talk about it in so much of a physical sense because you can be trans and not even transition like physically as well. So how do you like find that balance and what are you going to do to make it so educational?
So I think the way that we're making it educational is the fact that when we were younger and like coming up, we didn't have even half of the information that we have now. Yeah. So it's kind of like there's so many things that I've learned along the way. There's so many things that Cole's learned along the way. And it's like, do other people know this? Yeah. It's like you're looking to start your medical transition, but did you know X, Y, and Z? Because a lot of people don't know a lot of things. Yeah. Like even just small little things like, I don't know, when you have your t-shirt, you are
horny.
Yeah. I was like, I don't know if I can say this, but
you can say whatever you want, babe.
You go from being literally within the first few days of having that shot, you go from being a regular trans man minding his business to teenage boy, just started puberty. Really? He's on max. He's out. Yeah. He's out and he's ready to go.
Yeah, like
at every single point.
Really? Has that been your most surprising thing about it?
Nah.
About the medical
transition? Really? No. So what has been your most surprising thing about?
Do you know what? I think the most surprising thing for me was the fact that I'm hot 24/7.
What do you mean?
All the time.
Like
when I'm honestly standing outside,
like
I was
hot
sweating.
flashes.
Yes.
Really?
Like,
so what is that? What is it?
24/7.
Wait, what is it? What's that? What brings that on? Is it just? Is it just?
It's literally it's just HRT. Like it's just.
And is that just gonna be like the thing?
Yeah. Oh. Okay. So.
Yeah.
And then obviously in summer when you're wearing a binder as well.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So that's why when you came in, you were sweating.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
do you know what? Yeah, because it's cold outside.
And I've got a binder on, so it's low key, high key giving under boob sweat. So
yeah, no, I hear it. I hear it.
No, I understand because I'm not binding today, but I do normally bind, so I get it. Yeah.
But that.
But I ain't got the tea. Do you know what I mean? Like, I can't imagine what you guys are going through.
Yeah. No, I hear it. So that was the most surprising thing for you guys.
Yeah. For me anyway, I think. What about you?
Most surprising.
Other than like getting hair in like random places.
Where'd you get hair? Where's random
got,
places?
Like, hair behind my knee, but I don't know.
I don't think I've ever seen that.
Not in the knee, but like right
in,
here.
Like,
in the knee.
Why?
I didn't know that possible.
It's like an armpit, but my knee. You know what I mean?
I kind of forgot about the hair thing.
Yeah.
Because this has started happening to me, and I'm like, what are you doing? And shaving as a trans man is an extreme sport.
Why?
Okay.
You will shave now, the hair is back.
What, 2.5 seconds?
Is it?
It's back. But not when you shave your face. Not this early on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because, well, I haven't done in a while. Probably should, but I can't be bothered. But like, I shave like the upper bits of my cheek and my neck. It comes back, but not as quick as everywhere else.
Okay.
Like, I'll try to shave and boom, I'm like,
Yeah.
what do I even bother?
Yeah.
But then I've tried not to. Like, you know, the whole, I don't understand what the link is between hairy armpits and men, whatever.
So the hairy armpit thing is not for you?
I tried. I was like, let me give it a go.
Yeah. No, it's not for you.
Because I use roll-on as well. Like, so in my mind, it's like, is my roll-on even catching where it needs to catch?
Do you know what I mean? When I use roll-on, ask Nana, my roll-on is up to my chest.
No, roll-on. And she does like this a few times, not just the 1, 2. It's 5, 6 times
My
she be
roll-on is
rolling.
almost on my neck when I do roll-on.
You proper put it like... She does this, like, puts it all over. I'm just like, what are you doing?
Everyone. Twiggy's was complaining, like, why? You need to listen. That's why I don't sweat. I perspire. But anyway, okay, bitch. okay. But yeah, like, so, like, walk us through the medical transition for a typical trans man's journey, because everyone's is different.
Everyone's different, innit?
So private or NHS?
Yeah, I was about to ask
both.
which lane.
Because we're here to be educated.
Yeah, we have to be educated, so you
You'll
guys
be
just
here for,
educate
like,
us.
3 years.
Yeah, no, I know.
Okay.
We need to know that, and I think the listeners need to know as well.
True.
Because it's a mystery. Like, it's a mystery.
Yeah,
I think before we spoke to Kaz, there was a lot of things that we didn't know.
Yeah, do you know what as well? Yeah, there's actually a few listeners that have messaged us before. There's one quite recently, and they really appreciate of the trans men that we've had on the podcast so far, and I think it mainly your episode as well. Yeah,
We've
just
only had
because
2,
like
right?
they knew they were trans after listening.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah, so like it's been really cool to see, and it's like for them, they knew they're trans, but they still don't know anything about the journey. Do you know what I mean?
Okay,
So
cool.
But quickly, also, when did you guys know? Like, when did you know that, yeah, this is not aligning with my spirit?
When I started PBE. Because all of a sudden it was like, it's like, okay, cool. Like, I know growing up, I don't have what he has, because mine's different. And then it got to a certain stage and I was like, what's happening?
Yeah.
I don't have a flat chest no more. I can't just run around outside without my top on. And I started puberty bloody early.
What age?
I'm talking 9 years old.
Oh, yeah.
So it was like, what's going on? And it was like, okay, cool. Like, you know, maybe it's just, you know, getting a little chubby, it's just a little whatever. No, because then it just didn't stop. And then before I knew it, I'm like having to go bra shopping at like 10 years old. I'm like, well, this is ridiculous.
Yeah.
So it's like, from then I started to clock it. But I was like, can't really put my
You
finger
have the
on it.
language in it, like, as well. You
And
didn't
then when
have
I
the
was like, I think
information.
14, like 14, 15, then I was kind of like, okay, because obviously I was in the club, but I wasn't supposed to be there.
Why were you? Tell me
But
where
I
you
was-
were, because everyone was in the club when they weren't supposed to be there. Where were you? Where were you?
I was in
Vauxhall.
Charing Cross,
Wow.
because we started from, you know, at work.
Oh yeah,
When
yeah.
At Work was
yeah.
in the original
Yeah.
place when it was in Heaven.
See, I wasn't even there then.
So I was there from Heaven, and then he moved the event to Vauxhall, and then all of the old school ones were all in Vauxhall.
Yeah.
I was there
think
with my
Vauxhall's when most
15-year-old
people
self.
joined in
Started,
Vauxhall,
yeah. But you were there from
I
early.
was there from early.
Yeah.
Everybody knew me. They knew
Yeah.
I was underage, but I had really responsible friends.
Yeah.
So it was kind of a thing of like,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
and you've
cool,
been looked
yeah.
after as well.
exactly.
Yeah.
But yeah, so 14, 15, I started being like, okay, I'm out in these spaces, I'm seeing people. There was one particular trans woman, she fascinated me. She's the first trans person I'd ever met. I wonder what happened to her, you know? I've never heard of her for like 10 years now, like over 10
That's
years.
mad because the first person I went out with as well, I think since the night we went out, I don't know where he is. We went out in Vauxhall and I don't know where he is. I just don't know where he is. So that's true. Yeah, it's a journey, innit?
But
Yeah.
when did you know?
I'd say I knew when I was about 6, but it didn't make sense kind of thing. Like I remember my brother being born, and it was like, it's not that I hated him because I love him and that, but it was kind of like, why was I not?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Why was I not born that way?
Yeah.
And then obviously I kind of let it go for a while, and then maybe it got to when I was 16 in like obviously sixth form, and yeah, that's when I started looking into it, and I was like, this makes sense. This makes sense because I remember being so angry. Like when I was a kid, my mum bought me like this boys polo, and it was from the boys section, and I loved it. Like, I wear it all the time, and then I outgrew it, and then she. Angry. I was fuming. You know when you're a kid and you start crying at your maths homework?
Yeah.
Angry.
Yeah.
It was like that, and ever since I was just like, it's kind of making sense now. Like I preferred to wear those clothes, not just because I was mass presenting, but because I felt like that spoke to me more than
but aligned with more who you are and your
exactly
identity.
more than the pink dress you made me wear kind of thing. So that's I think I knew more about it when I was 16, but I knew from young.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So a journey.
Yeah.
Well, maybe not NHS because
NHS is ghetto.
maybe you
man.
can refer to it at some points, but
the private journey.
Mhm.
Yeah, tell us about that like private journey.
Do you know what, yeah? Without really speaking about the NHS, one thing I would recommend for anybody that actually wants to start their journey, even if they're going private, join the GIC waiting list. Because, baby, you can be on that waiting list for 3 to 5 years or 5 to 10. I am currently, August 2019.
So is that when you joined?
That's when I joined the list, and I'm still waiting. I've had
So what is the list for?
to go to the gender identity clinic because they're the one that basically sort everything out from hormones.
And you have to
surgery,
go
and stuff
through
like that.
them.
You have to be signed up to the GIC.
Oh.
And it's how long?
3 to 5 years or 5 to 10.
So what is the reason for the waiting list for being
Lack
so
of
long?
resources.
And they're not to do with NHS.
They are NHS.
They are NHS.
They are NHS.
They are the
NHS. Yeah, and that's the only.
That is so bad.
That's the only thing we have on the NHS for every single trans person.
that you have to go through there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you have to go through there.
Wow, that's crazy because making people wait so long in order to present how they want to present and be themselves and be comfortable. It's just such a mind fuck. It's such a long time, and it's really not fair. It's not fair to allow people to just. It's almost like being on hold for a long time before you can really be free and just I don't know. It's mad. It's crazy. All right. So what does the GSC actually do?
I don't know if I'm being very honest with you. Ain't got a clue.
Are you on a waiting list?
No.
Why am I waiting? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, for me, I just feel like if I want it done, I can get it done on private, and that's it. Like,
But then there's not everybody that can do that.
Yeah.
Because it costs money. Like I've just had my 4th appointment. So far I've spent I think £900.
So is the 4th appointment with who's that with?
That's the 4th appointment is with my endocrinologist, aka the doctor that gives you the hormones.
Yeah,
But
but you can do that outside of GIC.
Yeah, so privately, which we've got like 2 routes. So what, gender care and gender GP? Yeah. So there's like 2 routes, whichever one suits you. We're on different ones.
yeah, we're on like each of those.
Each of those. Yeah.
Okay, so this is good.
Yeah, so there's
different
because
perspectives. Love that.
gender GP do things differently. Because with gender care, I had to pick my psychologist and then email her because you've got to have a consultation with sorry, wrong pronoun, email them. You've got to have a consultation with them first. They have to assess you in a sense, and then they then make the recommendation to be like, okay, I'm happy for you to start hormones. This is the one that I'm going to recommend for you as a person. So for me as a person, they felt it would be better for me to start with gel, because if I started with sustenance shots, it would have played with my emotions too much. But because I had explained to them that I suffer from depression and anxiety, and I think at the time I was still taking meds for my anxiety, they were like, it's not going to be a good idea.
Right.
So they recommended gel. But then they can't give me the script for gel. I still need to wait to speak to the endocrinologist first for them to go through everything and be like, okay, yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
I'm happy to prescribe this to you. I'm now going to send a letter to your GP and recommend that you can get on the NHS. My GP can say no if they like.
Oh, okay.
Yes, it's not a definite, because right at the bottom of the letter he always writes it's like please consider for the patient to have the prescription on the NHS under the NHS prices. I'm happy to support. I'm happy to like work with you on this case.
Right.
Every single letter he puts that after we've had an appointment. Every single time my pathology comes back and he sees my results and what my levels are saying, he puts at the bottom, happy for Khazeel to continue in this treatment. Please consider it being done on NHS. So they can say no.
Please consider.
Yes, please consider, because they can say the GP can be like, no, I don't want to do that.
Wow.
And then at that point, I don't know what then happens. I think I would have to pay a private price, and I don't know how much that is. All I know is that it's a lot of money.
Wow.
And from time I was getting a bottle of gel, when I was on 2 pumps, I was getting one bottle like every 3 to 4 weeks. So imagine paying hundreds of pounds every 3 to 4 weeks. Like that would have been insane, because there would have been periods of time where maybe I didn't have the money for it. Like, then what would I have done? Just had to go without it for like a week or whatever.
Yeah. Everyone's rich, please. Paying that money, it's a lot of money.
It's a lot.
Money.
So paying it on NHS, what, £9 whatever, it works out.
It works out better for you.
It works out better. But yeah, they can say no.
Yeah. What about you, Carl?
Well, yeah, like you were saying, like my doctor actually didn't want to like join with my clinic or anything like that. Like my doctor was basically like, you either go NHS or you go private.
Okay.
But it's not actually the way it works. Like you can actually go through the NHS with a private clinic. But yeah, with like Gender GP, it's literally you have your first consultation and it's kind of like rounded. So it's not like you pick a certain person. They assign someone to you. You have your assessment. You can talk over the phone, over Zoom, or in person. And then they kind of just go from there. Really, like it's not. I feel like yours is more hassle than mine is. Mine is really just like,
I don't know, it wasn't too bad. Like, if their appointments are too far apart, then it's like, But if they're together, it was kind of straightforward. I had them like 2 months apart because it was the earliest I could get.
Yeah, mine was pretty quick. It's just about, obviously, you got to pay for it and things like that. So obviously then you've got to incorporate the money and stuff like that. Because obviously I'm paying for my tea and you're on the Libido now as well.
Yeah.
But it's not.
What's that one?
How much does it cost?
Oh, you have to
don't
pay
mind me
way more
asking.
frequently than me.
Yeah, I have to pay monthly.
So you're not on tea no more?
I'm on tea, but I'm on a slow release testosterone shot called Libido. And it's crazy.
I have to say, watching your gels and shots has been quite interesting.
I really wish I could film the shot, but she does it in my butt, so it's like, how am I supposed to hold the phone?
I'll
Do you know what? Kaz deep down wants to show us his butt. You want to show us your butt. I know that you do.
I remember when like my first when I was still having blockers to suppress me having like a Shark Week, aka a monthly. I remember the first time I had it, loads of people were like, "Oh, I thought you were gonna show us." So I was like,
So did I.
I was like, "Here's the sticker." I was like, she gave me a childish sticker. Here you go. This is all I can show you. Like, there's nothing to it.
Yeah.
But yeah, so mine's slow release. But because we've both just started, Cole's is more frequent and mine isn't. So they've had to basically do what they call the loading phase. I've had to have every 6 weeks for the last however many, every 6 weeks for the last 3, I've had to get 1,000 milligrams, 1,000 milligrams, 1,000 milligrams. But that's crazy to me because everybody else that takes sustenance every few weeks, they only get 200. I'm like,
250.
damn,
So you're getting
250,
1,000.
1,000.
Quite a lot.
I've had 1,000 for the last
Hold on.
sections
So
of
what
6
is what is
weeks.
the jump? Because that's not a small
Yeah,
jump.
that's not a
That's
small
not a
jump.
small
So
jump.
it's a loading phase basically. It's to take over from the gel and to like put it into my system.
Okay.
But then now for my 4th one, I've got a 12-week pause.
Mm-hmm.
So in 12 weeks time, I've got to get a blood test to make sure my levels are where they need to be. Because if not, they have to adjust if I get it more frequently, less frequently. But then from that 12-week one, I'm going to have it every 12 weeks instead. 1,000 every 12 weeks doesn't sound too bad. 1,000 every 6 sounds a bit.
Sounds a bit mad, doesn't
It
it?
sounds like a lot.
But you know, like, I'm just listening to you guys and you're talking about like all these shots and gels and milligrams and appointments
There's a
and stuff
lot
like that.
going
Like,
on.
what does that do to you as a person? Like, how did you feel like, okay, do you feel like joy going to do these things, or do you feel like, okay, I just have to do this because I need to be who I'm going to be? Like, which one is it?
I think on the good days, it's like, oh my god, yay. Do you know,
Yeah,
shocking.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But on the bad days, it's like, oh fucking hell, like,
Yeah,
I've got to get
'cause
another
I don't
needle, do you know
think
what I
that
mean?
the clinics and I don't think they make it easy for you because it's you have to get permission.
You have to get reviews.
You need to get
you have to see if
reviews.
your levels are where they need to be.
Yeah,
all
and
of
I
this
mean,
stuff.
depending on what your relationship is like with the doctors, I guess I'm just assuming it might be invasive. I don't know.
Some doctors don't even care though. Like some
Yeah.
doctors, especially like the GP, if you're on the NHS, some doctors are not. I find like they don't really
They
care.
just don't care,
It's just
do you know what
another
I mean?
patient. They see
Yeah.
so many patients all the time, and it's just another patient. So
Yeah.
like, how has the experience been for you dealing with these like professionals, like these medical professionals?
Mine's been good.
Yeah, so-
Like,
Yeah?
I can't lie. My medical professionals have been amazing. I haven't actually seen my GP
in
in...
person.
I ain't seen him in over a year.
Oh, is that because of COVID?
No,
Was that
just I don't need to see my
Okay,
GP.
right, yeah,
All my
yeah.
GP needs to do is look at the letter, say he's happy for me to continue.
Yeah.
It then gets passed on to the relevant team. Like
Okay, that's
Yeah.
cool.
so I haven't had to see him. I've been seeing the nurses if anything because they're the ones in the shop.
Because I'm thinking in my mind when you say all this stuff, I'm thinking you're having to see like 5 people before you get a shot. Do you know
Like,
what I mean?
I don't see anyone. I
Yeah,
don't see
yeah.
anyone. Like, I literally do the shot myself.
Okay.
Oh, that's the difference as well. I can't do mine myself because
with
it's a
gender,
2-minute slow release, whereas Cole can do his one.
So when you say 2 minutes slow receipt, do you mean that the needle's in for 2 minutes?
Yes.
Ah, what was that like? First time getting a shot?
I'm not gonna lie to you. The first time she did not do 2 minutes.
Is it longer?
No,
It was
She
shorter.
slammed it, which my doctor, this nurse now, my new nurse who's leaving. Why she gotta leave? me? She did my last 2. She said to me that if it's done quickly, it's dangerous because of how it can just disperse in the body. In the back of my head, I was thinking, do you people realize that for my last 2 shots, you ain't done it in 2 minutes? But this time she was adamant. She's like, your doctor said a letter through, it has to be given slowly. In my head, I was like, so that first time you gave me the shot 6 weeks
Just
ago,
slammed it in.
did you not read the letter? She did it slower because Nabido's thick. However, she didn't take 2 minutes.
the
So
needle
this
thick?
time, I mean,
Skinny,
it's aight. It's kind of long though, but it's
Long,
okay.
it's long.
Yeah.
Wow.
I was like, did she not realize that like this letter has actually said this whole entire time that it needs to be 2 minutes? Oh, I felt it all right.
oh wow.
Oh yeah.
I still have a bump on like the side of my
Damn.
I felt it because she had to slowly, and she's like, nearly there, my love. We're about halfway through. In my head, I was like, I feel like I've been here for 250 million years.
You said
like,
the
what?
needle's long as well.
Yes, as in
Wow.
it has to like,
So is yours long as well?
it has to
Yeah,
go
one you
mine
in.
goes into my leg, so I have to like,
Do it.
put it into my
And you have to
leg.
do it yourself.
Yeah, I've done it
So the
about,
first
like,
time you did
3
it,
times.
what was going through your mind the first time you did it?
Don't do it. What the fuck am I doing? Don't do it. Like, honestly, I don't know how people who have like diabetes can get needles every day. Do you know what I mean? I only have to do it like every 3 weeks, but that needle is long. I can feel it in my leg. I'm breathing like I'm trying to put it in, and it's not going down, and it's just like it's easier than you think it is, but having a needle in your leg just feels weird. Like,
Yeah.
and it hurts after.
Have you had needle in your leg before?
No, I've only had it, and I'm bad with like needles and stuff. Like obviously, when you have to do like a blood test or you're in the hospital, they need to take blood,
Blood, yeah.
and they do it like in the arm. That really fucking hurts.
Yeah,
And
just-
doing
yeah.
it myself, I could never do
Yeah.
it myself.
I don't think I could.
I mean,
I do watch the. I do love a watch. I do know one thing about me. I do love to watch a video.
You love watching
I
needles.
I love to watch. I just like.
I
to
look
watch.
away when I get like an injection or I get like blood taken. I look away. I don't look at the needle. Like even the COVID ones.
Yeah, I look every
I
time.
mean,
I'm
I
like,
look-
It's interesting.
I
Like, oh my
look.
God,
I
yeah.
look.
I'm
I
looking
want to
every
see.
time.
I want to see what you're
Yeah.
doing.
Mad, you know.
even what did I have? I had a flu jab recently. Yeah. And the woman was like, "Okay, you can look away now. This is me." I was like, "That's fine. Go ahead." And she's just looking at me like,
Even the COVID ones, the vaccine one was really like a skinny needle.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah,
small
yeah,
needle.
it's a small needle. I looked away,
they're
boy.
tiny, they're tiny.
Mm.
I'm pretty sure they're nothing
I need to
compared to yours.
see.
Yeah.
I need to see what the heck you're doing.
Yeah,
You
I
ain't
wanna
about to.
see.
You ain't about to put something in me. I'm not looking. What are you doing?
So I want
You
to. I, do you know,
lot
I
are
think. I'm
mad.
not gonna lie. I don't think it's about that for me. I just want to see it go on the side. I just want to see it. But so okay, moving on from the T gel and T shots. So what is the next stage afterwards?
Surgery.
Is that both for you? Because obviously everyone's different in it. Some
Yeah.
people don't want to do, you know,
Some people don't want
physical-
surgery. Some people do.
Yes. So that's what you guys are on.
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
But I
Yeah.
don't think you want both, do you? You only want one.
I was gonna say we want different surgeries.
Mm.
I just want top surgery
Mm-hmm.
because I have like dysphoria with one of my dysphoric areas is my chest.
Yeah.
So for me, if it's gone, I'ma be happy. I'ma be over the moon. Like I don't have bottom dysphoria, so I don't feel like that surgery is something I want to do.
Yeah.
Maybe
It could
that
change.
could change, but as of now, I just want top surgery. It's all I've been
Yeah.
saying. It's all I've been dreaming about. Obviously, I was trying to raise funds for it. It's been very slow, so I'm kind of trying to come up with like a plan B type situation.
We'll put the link is going to be in
Yeah,
our bio
yeah.
for Kaz's GoFundMe page. So make sure you donate. Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you. If you can, anything helps.
Yeah.
Even £2, like literally.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, like I'm making a whole different plan for that. But obviously, I did actually find a surgeon who's going to be considerably cheaper. But there's like, I can go to him, but I have to meet a BMI requirement,
You said wait.
which I learned is a European thing.
Your BMI is very child.
It's-
It's European.
It's
It's
a
not even European. It's
thing.
it came. It's I think it's Asian. It actually rooted from Asia. The BMI chart
Okay.
thing, and
Yeah, because recently, like obviously I look at like surgeons and stuff like that. So TikTok, you know.
Yeah.
You see everything there. Recently my TikTok has been very trans. No complaints. I'm loving it. So this guy went to Turkey to go get surgery. And like no shade to him. I was like, he's bigger than me. And like he went and he got surgery. So I was like, where did he go? I had to like look through his videos and he's like, recovery in Turkey, whatever. I was like, oh, okay. I was like, that's interesting. Because as far as I was concerned, even all the other little places about in Europe and that, I've been like, yeah, it needs to be within X amount. And I'm like, okay, cool.
What is
But
the weight requirement?
I think BMI is like 30.
because it's BMI, so it's not just about weight. It's also about height as
Height
well.
as
Yeah,
well.
it's
It's
about-
supposed to be about.
It's about,
Oh, okay, altogether.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
so
about
they have their
yeah.
own chart, and you wherever you sit
Yeah.
in the chart.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Makes
so
sense.
it's 38, if I'm not mistaken. So
Wait, what?
your BMI maximum can be 38.
But like how?
I don't even know.
What does
Do you
that
know? I
even
don't-
mean?
Does anyone know
That's
what their
not even
BMI?
like
I
a
don't know what my
measurement.
BMI
I
is.
don't know what my
Weight,
BMI.
is
I
it?
checked
It's
one time.
weight and
at the
height.
gym,
That's
but-
not like kg or pounds though, is it?
No.
No,
No, it's literally
weight.
BMI.
It's BMI.
Yeah, it's BMI.
My BMI has to be
Yeah.
38. So when I had my last consultation, my doctor told me how much I would have to lose to be 38 because now I'm 42. So
Okay,
he's
yeah.
like, to get to 38, you would have to lose, I think it was like £12 or something like that.
So basically, that's like that's to have surgery here in the UK.
That's to have, I ain't going to no UK.
Yeah, no, I hear it. I hear it.
I don't get
I
them
hear
I
it.
naughty.
can imagine it's
I'm going
It's
to-
expensive.
I'm going to Poland,
Mm.
which is extremely random.
My
someone
brother
sent
lived there
me-
for a year, so it's not that random to me.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. No, because I just would have thought, I'm
Yeah.
black.
No, it's
might
racist.
not
Yeah,
racist
yeah, just be
place.
careful.
Yeah, it's a racist place.
Yeah, my brother just got chased down the street, but yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just be careful. Yeah.
But yeah, Poland, because they quoted me 3.5K for everything, including blood work,
Oh, that's good.
anesthesiologist, all of that. I was like,
Accommodation
wow,
as well, isn't it?
no.
So
But the
accommodation's
accommodation is
separate.
cheap because I have to be there for 12 weeks because after like a few days I have to take the drains out. After a week, they've got to make sure
12
everything's
weeks is
looking
long,
good.
but-
But like I have to be there for a minimum of 2 weeks, and it was like £300 for 2 weeks in an apartment.
That's
Not really bad. So comparing that to the surgery, I mean, to UK prices, like what's the UK prices like?
I've been quoted 7.5, 8.
7.5.
So double.
8,
So it's
9
even
maybe.
double.
It's double, yeah.
Even
And
triple.
that's not including accommodation. So where someone recommended for me to go, I looked it up. I was like, yeah, this is cool. Told my mum. She's like, oh yeah, man, I know where that is. We can go. I was like, all right, cool. But then the person told me the doctor wants you to stay in the city centre. When I looked at the prices for city centre for 2 weeks, I was like, woo.
It's probably
It's
it's
expensive.
It was like, I think it was giving £1,000.
Yeah, so that's
And I
for
was
2
like,
weeks. Right.
Yeah, okay, cool.
That's people's rent for the month.
I
Like,
know.
yeah.
So
like,
basically, like, if you're gonna be in the UK,
Yeah.
you need like 10k,
yeah.
including your accommodation and like aftercare as well.
Yeah.
definitely.
Because after you've had your surgery, you need to get like the scar strips and the what like the this, the that. Like it's a lot. I don't even know if they offer you a compression vest in that price.
I don't think they do.
Wow.
So that's a separate price
Because
as
you
well.
need a compression
Yeah,
vest. You have
yeah.
to keep that vest on for it's like 2 to 3 like 4 weeks.
For a long time.
You have to keep
Yeah.
it on consistently for like 4 weeks if you want your healing to be on point and everything to be okay
Yeah.
and to avoid certain things from happening. It's money.
Yeah.
Like it is money. So when you see people out here doing up GoFundMe,
yeah,
it's
'cause
like,
you see loads. Like
Yeah, I've seen a lot.
You see loads.
Yeah.
it's
you know
because
what I
it
mean?
costs a lot. Like I don't know many people that are able to just go and pay. Like I know so many people that are taking out loans.
Yeah.
If I wasn't already in debt,
Yeah.
I would have
Yeah.
just taken out a loan.
Yeah.
Did they do it on like finance or like?
They do. With I think it's Nuffield Help.
Oh,
Oh,
Nuffield,
I've heard
yeah.
Nuffield, yeah.
They do it on finance, but it's like
Yeah.
a different finance company. And there's not many people who actually do it. And with with the people that I'm with, not many doctors actually allow you to
go and
use
do
it.
finance.
Yeah.
So,
I guess it's a bit. They want to encourage you to get into like huge debt. you
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
Pretty much,
finances and stuff like
Because
that.
it's a lot of money.
But you
so-
want to get another surgery. So which surgery is that one that you would prefer?
bottom surgery as well.
So what's the official name for bottom surgery? I've seen it written, but I can't
Yeah, I've
pronounce.
seen it. Phalloplasty.
Why are you struggling? Are you alright?
I was going to say phlebotomy, and that's definitely not.
Isn't that a blood
No.
test?
No, I saw because I watched a video about it, and there were like 2 different kind of surgeries, and one I think because they use skin from different places. So one was your arm, and one was your thigh.
thigh.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I watched that, and and the different reasons why. So yeah.
So what's the process for that? Not exactly what the surgery is, but what's the process that getting it?
What the process of getting the surgery?
Yeah.
It's the same as top surgery. It's kind of just like a lot of blood tests, a lot of. I don't really think you have to be a certain weight for that. I think
I ain't got a clue.
I don't think you have to be in a certain weight for that. It's pretty similar to top surgery.
And the price as well.
I don't know how much bottom
Price.
surgery costs, you know.
I'm pretty sure the
I've
price
never
is
seen
like 15k,
1.5
1.5
in the pounds.
Ooh,
That is so expensive.
that
So it's
is-
not like
that
Not
is-
Jamaican dollars, no.
no, unfortunately not.
Okay,
No,
right.
no.
Jamaican dollars.
Yeah, it's expensive, but it's worth it, innit? To be able to do a
Yeah.
windmill. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, that's just what you
that's
just
it,
want to look in the
that's
mirror
it.
and be doing.
Yeah,
I hear it.
I don't care about anything.
I
else.
hear
The
it.
windmill.
Do you know, it
that's
took me a minute to clock what.
I knew exactly what he was talking about.
Instantly,
I knew exactly what he was talking about. You are so annoying.
It's very quite on brand for Clubhouse Code.
Yes, so on brand. I love
It
it.
is on brand. But Clubhouse Code, how's it going with a girl fancying you?
And this voice. Can I ask about the voice? Can I?
Do you know
ask?
everyone fancies you, Clubhouse Code?
No, this is news to me.
What do you mean?
News. You're lying. Why are you lying? Okay, when did we start Club? Was it last
Also,
year?
Clubhouse was during lockdown. So
Last year.
for those of you who don't know, the reason why we're calling him Clubhouse Cole is because Cole was just the third member of 2-2s.
Yeah.
When he came to Clubhouse. Like,
he was.
every Clubhouse, we did a Clubhouse, was it on Fridays we did it?
Yeah,
Whatever,
like,
even
yeah.
Thursday or
Fridays
Friday.
at 9 o'clock.
Yeah. Fridays at
Yeah.
9 o'clock. And
I
it
love
was
that.
like, Cole was on stage with us, giving everyone the advice and moving to people as well.
No, people were moving to
people
him.
moving to
People
you.
were between because we also like did a hashtag or whatever. People be
In
Cole.
the hashtag, we're like, oh my
Yeah.
God, Cole's voice.
Would
Oh
love
my
his
God, who is
voice.
that? Oh my God, Cole is
Yeah.
ping, all this stuff. And yeah, I remember at Clink Clink as well, like somebody came up to me and was like, oh my God, is that Clubhouse Cole?
The name is perfect.
And I was, and I don't even know where the name even came from, but everyone's calling you Clubhouse Cole, and I was just like, yeah, it's Clubhouse Cole. Come and say hello, kind of thing. But
Yeah, I was done out. Don't come
he
and
was
say hello
wasted.
to anything.
No,
Don't
you
do
were
that.
what?
proper-
Clink, clink.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah. We saw.
We saw.
Yeah.
I think people want to know: are you talking them through it?
Sorry?
Are you talking them through it?
Through what?
No,
Don't-
Cole, come on.
Don't even try
do
it.
that. Don't do that.
Yeah, don't do that.
Don't do
that. Are you talking them through it?
If they want.
If they want, what do you want?
I just want sex. It's been like 4 fucking months. Come
Why
on.
is it? Why has it been so long?
I just haven't like, gone out and
Yeah.
done
Okay.
hunky dory, really.
Well, Cole is single, guys.
But we didn't answer for Cole was single. Cole was single.
I am single.
Yes, he's single.
Nana's like this.
Nana's like,
yeah,
he's
that means he's single. Let me put him out.
What you? Because I know you're in a relationship, right? Oh wait, I'm assuming. Are you in a relationship?
What do you mean you're assuming? Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah, you're in a relationship. Cole, you're single. Are you looking for serious or fun?
Never fun, always serious. But I've had fun, I'm 23, I'm getting old.
You are young as hell. How old are
Yes.
you, Kaz?
28.
Okay. You are young as hell.
The okay doesn't mean that you're old, by the way.
No, it
Oh,
doesn't.
no. That's not old. You're older than me.
Yeah.
Exactly. I mean, compared to Cole, we're ancient.
Yeah, fucking hell, World War II and that, innit? Yeah.
I actually forget that he's young
Yeah. Yeah.
until he starts doing
Speaking.
annoying little brother shit. And I'm
Yeah.
like, okay, there we go.
Okay.
So
I'm
you're,
actually quite mature, people. but-
you are. So you're looking for serious. Okay. Well, you've heard
Yeah.
it here, guys.
Okay. Yeah,
Marriage.
you heard it here. So make sure you reach out to Clubhouse. Obviously,
Did you say
Clubhouse Cole
marriage?
is not.
I said marriage.
No, okay, calm down. Calm down.
Now he's just like.
do you know what? Enjoy yourself. Do you know what I mean? Enjoy
I have.
yourself.
I've enjoyed myself for 23 years.
Do you know what?
No.
Do you know what? No, you still got more enjoyment to do. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Definitely.
It's a different type of enjoyment from when you're early 20s and late teens to the rest of the 20s.
Yeah.
It's a different type of enjoyment.
It's true, you know.
Do you know what I mean? You're gonna get heartbroken a few more times. You're gonna probably break a few.
I think he's gonna do more of the heartbreaking.
Yeah,
than
so
anything.
just go. You just learn from them. There's nothing wrong with it. You just learn from them. But before we even start to wrap up, so where did you guys meet? Actually, we didn't ask you guys where you met.
Clubhouse.
Just
It was
That's what I'm saying.
was it
Our
literally,
Clubhouse.
Yes, your Clubhouse.
listen. Let me tell you
Literally.
something about Clubhouse. Yeah, people have. There's been relationships
There's
built
been
from our
relationships,
Clubhouse.
yeah.
There's been people dating. There's been heartbreak from our Clubhouse. rooms.
Yep.
I didn't know that you guys were really signing each other's DMs.
Because when we was trying to do matchmaker, no one was
no
really,
one-
except for
yeah.
you,
No one said
no one was
anything.
saying anything. So I'm really surprised. So you lot were going to do it in the background.
Yeah.
This is what the people were doing in the background. So people will come and be like, do you know what? Do you know this person? So I don't know the person. That, I met them in your Clubhouse. I went to link up with them. They never showed up. Or
damn,
we
sorry.
were talking and this and they were cheating. I'm just like, wow. So this is what you guys have been up to behind our backs. Love that.
And
Love
even
it.
at our events, apparently like Roland Bowl, people were like meeting and colluding in the toilets and stuff. Yeah, people really been, doing a lot.
This,
Yeah, people
Listen.
been getting it together, like through like the Clubhouse, the events and stuff. Like
yeah, we love that for you. But I'm surprised they haven't got you involved because
Yeah, I'm actually quite offended now.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
Everyone's-
surprised as well because everybody was on your
Clubhouse
case.
Cole. Yeah.
Like everyone was on your case.
Isn't it? You saw that. Even if you look at the hashtags now, guys.
Yeah, it's
they're
all
still
there. You can go
It's
back
still
and look
there.
now.
They're
They're all there.
It's still there.
Yeah, no,
but
I've seen it.
Yeah.
Over and over again. I'm like,
Oh, they got
Wait,
they
I
got
swear
humility.
recently you messaged us and said who was some girl.
who was the person that messaged you guys for Valentine's?
Oh, Valentine's. Who was
Oh,
it
we need to go
again?
back to that then, innit? I don't remember. That was like almost.
Go through your DMs.
Yeah, I don't remember.
What this?
I think I know who it
Valentine's?
was though. I think I do know who it was. I think I know.
Last Valentine's.
I think I know who it was. I think the person did actually slide me on DM though. I do think I know who it was. It was Valentine's. So I don't know.
It was a while ago.
It was a while ago. So
Did you think of who I thought of? I thought of someone. I looked here and I'm like, imagine it was them.
Who did you think of? Oh, you can't say.
We can beep it out.
yeah, we can beep it out.
Oh, please, Lord, no.
Who's that?
I was at that. I'm like, can you edit this out?
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're gonna edit
we're
that
gonna
out.
edit it. Yeah.
Like, there's this girl that's onto me.
It's not girl, non-binary.
Them, them.
This person.
There's this person that's onto me, but like they're just.
What's their Instagrams, Twitter?
Scary.
Oh, they're scared. They're too much.
They're like.
It's like.
It's a bit.
Oh,
creepy.
I know who that is. Y'all. I know who that is. Yeah, they follow me on Twitter.
They're scary. Scare the life out of me. I'm
right.
scared.
Okay. Yeah.
Which one is it?
You wouldn't know who that is.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
she's out tonight as well. I'm going Pussy Palace.
Oh, seriously?
Pussy Palace.
Are you two joining us?
No, we're not.
You're not joining us. What are you guys doing?
We're going
Lover
home.
stuff.
You look so offended. You look so offended. Lover stuff.
No, you're not coming out. We can get you on guest list so you don't come.
Wait.
Yeah. Have you got a ticket or do you want guest list?
Yeah.
Okay. Next
We'll
for you.
sign
This
there,
one
boy.
was with guest list, Joe.
Next time, it was too short notice, like, because even after this, we're doing our Friendsmas,
Oh,
like,
lovely,
lunch and that.
yeah.
So, like, it's a lot.
It's a busy
And
day.
I'll feel bad, man, if I go to Pussy Palace because I told my friend for her 30th, man can't reach.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
And she had like a theme and that I was thinking, man can't reach. Like, there's no money to do this.
theme, yeah,
I was
man.
like, I can't. So imagine I'm telling her I can't come to your 30th, and then you see me,
No,
up in Pussy
yeah.
Palace. Like,
No, you
that's
can't
bad,
do
man.
that. Yeah,
like,
yeah,
she's
yeah.
my actual friend. Like,
Yeah.
she's the only person that sent me a care package when I had COVID. Like, I can't do her like
bless
that.
her.
Yeah.
I
I
can't
hear
do her like that.
I
Like, that's
hear it.
proper out of order.
I hear it. No, that's fair enough.
So I was trying to see who the person who DM'd Clubhouse Cole for the love letter. And who I think it is, I don't think it was that person, you know?
don't
I'm
know.
gonna have to do. There's a lot of DMs in there, so I have to do it another time. I'll look another time, and I'll give you a hint if I can.
Yeah, please.
But yeah, cool. I'm glad that you guys met on Clubhouse, and I'm just and it's also been really nice to see like how your friendship has been flourishing online as well. And I just hope that you guys continue. Like, do you know what I mean? And I wish you all the best with the podcast as well.
And it's
Thank you.
great. Like, I know you guys have been doing like IG
IG
lives
lives
and
and
stuff like that
as
with
well.
other people.
Bihawks followed me, by the way.
Who did? Do you know what? Yeah. Do you know what? Why? Like, I feel like no matter what we try to do, B always comes into the
Yeah,
conversation.
100%.
Somehow,
Well,
B
there
always
they
comes
are.
into the
There they are.
conversation.
B's like the third member now.
Yeah, B's the third
No,
member. It's
literally, but
settled.
when you guys did the IG live, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's because B and Jewel were on our podcast on the Thursday, and then we did the live on the Friday.
Yeah.
Do you know what I think that your podcast is a good example of how your podcast doesn't have to be contained within one place. For example, I think that most of our listeners are from the UK, but I feel like yours is probably going to be American.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
It
And I
is.
think it's a good example of you don't necessarily have to limit yourself to just here and these voices and stuff like that. I think very early on you'd been able to have that like US connect quite early
Yeah.
on. Like, I think that you guys
It was
that
like
could be lots niche.
unintentional, yeah.
Yeah.
Like literally unintentional because of like during lockdown, somehow I made a lot of friends with like people through B and Jules' talk show, like in the comments, because I was there literally every Thursday in the comments. Loads of people started following me, loads of people from like different sections of the community. So for me, that's where like all of them come from.
Yeah.
So when I was following people on the podcast IG,
Yeah.
I just went to my followers and just like
We just following people.
followed
yeah.
like loads of people. So yeah, it's a mix. Like it's
It's good because it's not
a
easy
mix.
to get international
Yeah,
listeners.
it's
Do you know what I
not.
mean? It's not easy to get international listeners. So I was going through our international listeners like yesterday, funny enough.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, you'd be surprised some of them countries. Aren't you not homophobic?
Anyway, the LGBT are everywhere.
It's
innit?
true.
Yeah,
LGBT
they
are
are though.
everywhere.
Low key,
Yeah.
They are
low key,
everywhere.
they are.
Yeah.
Even if they're under.
So what's next for you guys? What are you hoping to achieve with the podcast?
I think the next step, I feel like we should just say it really. Get it out there.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna start doing events for trans people.
Oh yeah,
I like
yeah.
that a
I think that's
lot.
a space that needs to happen because there's literally not any.
What kind of
can't even name
spaces?
This is what we need to. We basically need to sit down. Like we were gonna have the discussion, start the discussion today. We need to sit down and decide like what do we want to do exactly. What would be fun? What would be safe? What would be comfortable? Like, do we wanna do like, I don't know, a virtual thing? Do we want to do like an in-person thing? Hire something out? Like do something fun? Or is it like everybody meeting each other, getting to know each other, networking kind of thing? So we need to figure it out. But for 2022, we want to,
get that going. I
You
think
guys should do
some
it for sure, because
events.
obviously I'm not from the trans community, but from the outside looking in, I don't really see
don't
anything that's
see
quite
it.
exclusive. I think at the moment when I don't want to mention where, but some places when they do make those spaces, everyone else ends up going as well,
Yeah,
and it
yeah, yeah.
becomes end up being just a queer space when that wasn't the initial,
Exactly.
Yeah.
So this is what we need to discuss, because Cole was saying we can't just have like a trans event because some people have like straight friends, and I'm like, okay, cool, or like friends that are not
Just,
straight
like,
friends,
queer
friends that are
friends in
not
general,
like
yeah.
trans. I'm like, I
Yeah.
get that. I was like, but how is it fair that the lesbians can have their space?
Yeah.
The gay guys can have their space. Why can't we?
But the thing is,
No,
as well,
trans
like
people
it's
should, yeah.
about safety, because when we talk about this community, like not everyone is cool in the community. There are some people who, you know,
There's a lot of transphobia in our
there's a lot of
community.
transphobia
Yeah.
in the community, so it's about creating that safe space for just that like group of people. Like that's really, really important, and it's not even to exclude people.
Yeah.
It's just not about you, mate. Like, do you know what I mean? It's just not about
It's
you.
like
you
don't
have
take
your
it
thing.
personally.
Yeah,
Like don't take it personally.
It's
but
not
like,
about you.
I genuinely feel like trans people need to have like a
Definitely.
space.
Definitely.
Like we can try it out. If it works, it works. If it don't, it don't. I don't
least you
think it wouldn't
tried.
work.
Yeah, I think that even if you don't even get to give it one chance, you just have to keep at
Keep
it
at
for a
it,
while
yeah.
before you really know. Because again, it's about safe spaces, and I think that look at Lick for example. Like Lick is meant to be for non-binary and women, whoever identifies as a woman, and they can do their thing. Like, they've been successful at that and everything like that. So, and people do have their stuff. People do say, oh, like, one time I was on the door at Lick and this guy came, cis het man, by the way, came and was just like, why can't I come in? He was like, it's 2019. Why can't I come in? Like, in this day and age, I shouldn't be excluded from spaces. And he was giving it all of that. It's like, babe, you can go to any other space.
It's honestly just not
and
for
feel safe.
you.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can
It's
go to any
honestly,
space.
it's just honestly not a space for you. Like people kept asking me why they haven't seen me in Lick. I'm like, is this not for
not a
women?
space
It's
for
not
you.
binary
Yeah.
people. I was like, why would I be there?
Yeah.
So I was like, just to shut everybody up, let me message Lick directly so you people can leave me alone. I messaged them. I said, am I wrong in saying that this is a space for women and non-binary people? They said, no, you're not. That's correct. I said, okay, thank you. I posted it on my story. I said, leave me alone now.
I do remember they saying that.
No, because do you know how many... It was getting out of hand.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm going to put this here, leave
But
me
I
alone.
think that a lot of people thought it was just a queer, like, LGBT.
It's not. It
Yeah.
clearly says it in the bio.
Yeah, it does. It actually does. It does.
Education was free. Like,
We
you
did.
just
We
needed to
all,
read
we
it.
all know how to
Yeah.
read.
Yeah, I mean, again, because I did do the door briefly at Lick, it's a bit difficult when, like, for example, I will see people that come to the door, and I know that I've seen them online as a trans man, but it's like you still can't turn them away though. You can't, because you don't know. Do you know what I mean? Things
Because
change.
what if they're
Gender
non-binary?
identity,
Yeah.
do you know what I mean? You don't know, so you have to just
Yeah.
let people in. But if you are cis het man, no babes, that one you're not coming. That one you are not coming, boy. But yeah, like, I'm happy that you guys came on.
Thank
the
you so
podcast,
much. for having
and
us.
You guys came on. I feel like we have more to talk about. So
We definitely need another
yeah,
episode.
we're gonna knock out
There's
episodes.
so much to talk about.
This time somebody's not gonna get over here, but we'll talk about it later.
all the way, you know.
I don't know who that was.
Okay, so what's your social media handles?
Ooh, I always mess mine up, you know.
Do you know
We're gonna put it in the.
I always make people do this. But
we're gonna put it in the title anyway.
I mess it up. Like I'm like, is it King X Kaz or is it Kaz X King?
I'm done. I think it's King.
I think it's King X Kaz.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it's King.
Oh
yeah.
yeah. It is because it used to be King Rules before. Yeah.
King is
yeah.
first, babe.
Yeah,
Love
yeah.
that. Love
Yeah.
that. So yes, thanks for you guys for coming on the podcast. Everyone, thanks for listening. Make sure you use the hashtag Tutu's podcast and conversation, and make sure you like. What is it again?
Comment and subscribe.
Comment
on
and
YouTube.
subscribe. Thumbs up. Make
Yeah.
sure you give us a follow on Spotify and rate and review us on Apple Podcasts. Until next week. Peace.